I'm hoping to share with you this painting of some beautiful tulips to give you something exciting to look at during these dark days. Before I even attempt to do the painting, I've obviously drawn it out. This is the drawing I have for it, and I am trying to work out what colours I'm going to use. I always try and limit the amount of colours that I have in a painting so that there's some sort of unity. My pinks, which are the quinacridone magenta and permanent rose. As you can see, I've tried some here at the side of my paper. This is the permanent rose on its own. This is the quin magenta, and the two mixed together are giving me this colour. I've tried alizarin crimson, but it seems far too brown, so I'm much preferring this mix of colours here. Then for my leaves, it's a spring picture, and the first choice I have made is lemon yellow mixed with a pre-mixed colour, sap green. This gives me this beautiful bright yellowy green, and the sap green on its own is this colour. If I just add a bit of indigo to the sap green and the lemon yellow, I get a very dark green. I always try these out. This is the mixture. I always try them out on a scrap of the same paper that I will be using to do the painting. This is the back of a failed painting, but it's Saunders Waterford, and it's a 200-pound knot surface, which I find takes the watercolour very nicely and allows me to use plenty of water if I need to. I have a shaped palette here. It's got a slope on it, so you get a more intense colour at the end of the well and the runny colour in the recess. And I have my colours squeezed out from my tubes. I much prefer to use tube colours because they get a much more intense colour than you would if you were using them in pans. My brushes I'm using are squirrel mops. Not overly large, but it's not a huge painting, so there won't be big areas of one particular colour. I have a pipette, which I use to suck up water and add to my colour to dilute it, to save me getting colour on my paintbrush and wasting the colour. My water pot, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has two wells. I have one for the clear water and one that I rinse my brush in first of all, so that's my dirty water. As you can see, it's a yoghurt pot. I'm always recycling everything. So now I have all my colours set up, I think I'm more or less ready to start the painting. I have the image on my tablet in front of me so that I can see what I'm doing at any point in time. I'm able to zoom in or out as I need to. When I did the original drawing, I scaled it up on a grid, like so, on some spare paper, and that way I could mark anything that was going to be a flower with a red watercolour pencil, so that I can distinguish the flowers easily from the leaves, which I think might help me out as I go through the painting. I think that's the introduction done, so we'll stop there and I will attempt to start the painting.